There's a reason some people can walk into your life and quietly rearrange the way you think, feel, and react without ever raising their voice or revealing their motives. A reason you sometimes feel guilty for things that were never your fault, or responsible for emotions that were never yours to carry. A reason you replay someone's words at night, as if their voice has taken up residence in your mind. Have you ever wondered why certain individuals seem to know exactly how to trigger you? How to make you doubt your memory, your judgment, your instincts? Why some people can drain your confidence, drop by drop until you start questioning your own sanity, while still believing they care about you. These are not coincidences. These are not misunderstandings. These are psychological maneuvers, crafted with precision and disguised as normal human interaction. And the most unsettling truth is this: the people who use these tactics rarely look dangerous. They look charming, kind, helpful, intelligent. They appear as friends, partners, mentors, sometimes even as the people you trust most. But beneath that exterior is a set of hidden levers designed to pull you in, weaken your defenses, and gain influence over your behavior. What you're about to hear are secrets most people never recognize until it's too late. In this video, you'll uncover the dark psychology techniques manipulators use to penetrate your emotional system. You'll understand why these tactics work, what they look like in real interactions, and how they hook into the architecture of the human mind. Once you see the mechanics behind these strategies, you can't unsee them. And that's exactly why the people who use them hope you never learn how they operate. One of the first secrets they use is psychological priming. Before they ever make a request, offer advice, or express dissatisfaction, they subtly shape the lens through which you perceive them. They present themselves as someone who needs protection, admiration, sympathy, or respect. If they want your loyalty, they talk about betrayal. If they want your pity, they share exaggerated stories of their suffering. If they want your admiration, they paint themselves as misunderstood geniuses. They create a narrative that your brain accepts before you know you're accepting it. Once your perception is primed, everything they do afterward fits into the story they designed. You excuse their flaws, defend their outbursts, or overlook their patterns because your mind has already been shaped to interpret their behavior through a curated emotional filter. A second secret is their mastery of micro-validation. Not large compliments, not obvious flattery. Small, precisely timed acknowledgments that make your brain crave more. A subtle "you're the only one who understands me," or "you're different from other people," or "you see things others don't." These micro-rewards activate dopamine, creating a neurological link between their approval and your self-worth. And then, just as your brain begins to anticipate consistent validation, they withdraw it. Suddenly, you're uncertain. You feel the need to prove yourself. You replay conversations, wondering what changed. This shift is intentional. Intermittent reward is far more powerful than constant reward. It turns the manipulator into a psychological slot machine, unpredictable, addictive, and impossible to walk away from without conscious awareness. Another dark secret is their ability to engineer doubt, not by outright insults, but by planting seeds. "Are you sure that's what happened?" "I don't think they meant it that way." "You tend to overthink things, maybe." "You're remembering it wrong." These statements seem harmless, even caring, but each one subtly weakens your faith in your own perception. Doubt is the gateway to influence. The moment you stop trusting your interpretation of reality, you become dependent on theirs. And once their version of reality becomes your default reference point, they no longer need to control you directly. Your own mind begins doing the work for them. The next tactic is emotional escalation and relief. Manipulators know how to induce anxiety, tension, or discomfort in small doses through silence, disappointment, criticism, or sudden withdrawal. Your brain hates unresolved emotional tension. So when they later offer relief through affection, forgiveness, attention, or warmth, the contrast feels intoxicating. You feel grateful, relieved, connected as if they are the solution to the pain they secretly created. This cycle trains your subconscious to associate them with emotional regulation, giving them more power over your internal state than you realize. A fifth secret is future scripting. This is when they speak in dramatic, emotionally charged visions of what could be a perfect relationship, a deep friendship, a shared dream, a powerful alliance. They paint pictures of a future that feels vivid and meaningful, so you emotionally invest in possibilities that don't exist yet. Future scripting locks you into a psychological contract. You don't want to lose the imagined future, so you tolerate the present even if the present is filled with red flags. Manipulators don't you they are? They control you with who they convince you they might become. Another tactic is selective vulnerability. They reveal just enough pain or weakness to make you feel safe opening up, but they never expose anything that truly threatens their image. Their vulnerability is calculated, not authentic. It's a lure. The moment you reveal your insecurities, they store them like ammunition, emotional bullets to be used later when they need leverage. They never attack directly. Instead, they trigger your fears subtly, strategically, and at the exact moment you're least prepared to defend yourself. The final secret is narrative ownership. Manipulators don't stand, they win control of the story. They reinterpret events, redefine your intentions, and recast themselves as victims or heroes depending on what benefits them. If you defend yourself, they escalate. If you withdraw, they guilt trip. If you question them, they flip the narrative. Their goal is simple: to become the unquestioned storyteller of the relationship. Because the storyteller controls the truth, and the truth controls you. By now, you may already be recognizing certain patterns from your own life conversations that felt strange, relationships that drained you, moments that left you confused or guilty without knowing why. These tactics work because they exploit fundamental human instincts: empathy, bonding, reciprocity, self-doubt, and the need for emotional consistency. But once you see the architecture behind the manipulation, the illusion collapses. You stop reacting. You stop absorbing blame. You stop internalizing their projections. And most importantly, you reclaim the one thing they were trying to steal: your psychological sovereignty. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe for more hidden mind codes. New deep dive episodes every week. Stay aware, stay grounded, and never let anyone write the script of your mind without your permission.